Welcome back, normal player guy. We have 8 Easy A's coming out. That is crazy. It's the most we've ever had from an Easy A event. We're going to split this up into two, otherwise this video could go on for easy an hour, and I'm not going to try and do them. So we'll focus on 4. We're going to focus on Supreme Kai of Time, Golden Cooler, Sealas, and Saiyaman 3. Do you know what? Since we're on Saiyaman 3, we'll have a crack at this. So he is super class, key 300% of stats. You see, while that might be underwhelming, more newer people could actually appreciate this as it's super class, and it is still 100%. This, by the way, could still run you in Battlefield if you were struggling for a team build. So again, anyone around level 300 or below could probably appreciate this leader skill. So let's see. Key 330% of stats. He has an additional 30% and chance of performing a crit 3% per time traveler's category ally on the team. So that's 6, right? So you can get up to 180 and you can get 18% crit. That's not really the greatest. It's just something. It'd be better if it was 5. Right, at least then you'd end up going to 30. This is nice. The fact that if you have time travelers, there is a fair bit of, obviously, I think everyone on crossover and heroes is a time traveler, so you can have 130%. You're going to have what is in a sense 180%. You're going to get 3 key. Do you know where that probably comes out in play with? Let's see what he does in his super attack. 30% to buff, raises allies attack. Really, with this, and if you get this right, then what's going to be more important as well is, because he's a counter unit, having all this additional will help. So he could be a good additional unit, a good counter unit. So his defense is his own defense is minus 30% within the same turn of receiving an attack. Basically, if you super attack first, you'll gain that, but then you'll lose it. That's pretty stupid. You know what? With the Easy A unit, you shouldn't be doing that. What was he in his base? It's not even any better. Not as if it was 20%. Right, so he has additional attack and defense 10% with each attack received up to 30%. See, I don't get that, because you receive your attack and you're going to lose 30%. But if you get hit 3 times, you're going to build it up and come away with a bit more attack. Doesn't make any sense. Damage received from normal attacks minus 30%, and he counters normal attacks. Let's see, what was he on prior to this? See, he didn't even get any of that, right? Here now, he's actually reducing damage. Okay, so what did he have? See, he didn't even have any start of turn stats, really. So he's getting start of turn stats. He's getting up to 180%, right? He's getting, this kind of counteracts one another. But more importantly, he has this. So this is why, physical Vegito Blue is still really good to this day, because he receives damage. He reduces damage by 40% from normals, and he counters with every normal attack. Where this guy's going to be exactly the same. This guy is going to want to go first, purely for all of it. You're going to raise that because you're going to lose it, but also you're going to raise that as well. And for what we're seeing, they're all very, very good. I can see this guy being fairly reasonable. It's hard to say, because you've got damage reduction, but you're going to lose defense but build it up. I've never really understood that. I would say this is still a fairly decent unit. I would probably say, though, that despite all of this, because what's his stats looking at? Mind you, 12,000 defense. Do you know what? 12,000 defense, 30% damage reduction, and has quite a fair bit of stats in the end. This guy could be good. He is going to be beginner friendly, no doubt. I like this guy. I'm going to have to use him in a bit. When my new PC comes around, I'll probably be able to finally do a proper stream, so I might be able to test him out then. He could be the first that I do. But yeah, so it's not bad. Wonky design, but I could see this guy actually being quite good in Super Battle Road when it comes into, say, because it's chunks, isn't it? So when it comes to Time Travelers, Defenders of Justice, Dragon Ball Heroes and crossover, you need a possible tank. Remember, Time Travelers Extreme Super Battle Road is probably one of the hardest now, just because of the amount of enemies you face. No doubt that the Great Saiyaman 4 is going to be one of the best links. Defenders of Justice is what I'm seeing here, right? So that's going to be quite good. So overall, good, slightly wonky design. So Sealas, I liked Sealas before. He also has a nice, friendly all types lead of 80%. What was it prior? 70%. So not bad. Looks like he gains a little bit more for artificial life forms and time travelers. Yeah, just a little bit beefier, right? Basically, wonky 100% to stats. Additional 100% to stats when performing a super attack. He still gives, most importantly is, this is all great, but because he gives himself one key, that actually makes him quite good, right? Artificial life form allies, one key 20% to stats, and time travelers, one key 20%. So he's more taken away from crossover and some Dragon Ball heroes, and is more slapped towards artificial life forms, because you'll get that with cells. Let's see who he's got. Weirdly enough, though, he will team up with, well, obviously his transformation partner. He will team up with Super Hearts, quite nice. Fu and Demon God Salsa, interesting. What's his links? Brainiacs, Thirst for Conquest, Big Bad Bosses. See, he has these, and Cold Judgment. See, that would work well on the time traveler side, right? Shocking Speed, Infighter, and Shattering the Limit. He's on Fuse Fighters, Time Travelers, Terrifying Conquerors, Transformation Boost, Final Trump Card, Battle Awaits, Heroes, and Crossover. So I think all of these he can. Let's see. He raises defense for the turn, lowers defense. He has a 50% chance to dodge. Let's see what his transform state is, because he looks. Do you know, it'd been better if he stacks, right? That might have been a little nicer towards this guy. Let's see what he does when we actually transform. Let's see what he did. Oh, he got a lot more. So he's getting 120% and 120% on super. So already he's vastly better, right? He gets 10% with each attack performed, up to 30. So you're already up to like 270% then. That's a big difference. Crit hits when the target is an attack down or defense down. He doesn't do that. He does actually do that himself. So additionals would guarantee a crit. Actually, yeah. So if you went for additionals, you'd have guaranteed crits. Launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super attack, and they built that in. All right, this guy is well thought out, right? This guy can be incredible. So his base form is meh, not really great. What is it? Fuses with aims from the fifth turn basically. So you have him, you float him off, he'll come back, you float him off again, and he should be ready to go. Or if you have him in turn 2, float him off, he comes back. So yeah, turn 2, float him off, he comes back, he'll transform. This guy's good, right? Still raises defense, so it's still just a 30% raise. Yeah, he's getting 270% from here. That's ridiculous, right? Guaranteed crit from the additionals. This guy will put out quite a lot of damage, right? It's going to be really, really good. Okay, Golden Cooler, one of the best support types going for heroes. Let's see what he did prior. So we had stats, key, support, did an additional super attack. Now he's doing more. So heroes or extreme tech type, 130%. Extreme tech type, so battlefield all the way, 130%. So that's on par with the monotype leaders, right? That means you could run him in monotype super battle road. Let's see, because I mean, possibly, yeah. There are some extreme tech, like this guy has an easy A, and so he's actually pretty reasonable under support. Transforming Frieza as well, who would also have Strongest Clan of Space, Metamorphosis, Universe Most Malevolent, and Shattering the Limit. So again, actually, Extreme Tech, Mono Extreme Tech, could be nice around a Wicked Bloodline, right? He has 130% to stats, so that's a nice increase. 30% defense on Super, reduces damage by 10% in the same turn with each super attack, so additionals. Launches 2 additional attacks, each of which have a 50% chance of becoming a super attack when there are 3 or more hero category allies on the team. All allies 2 key 20%, and hero allies 20% attack and defense. So again, yeah, for monotype, extreme tech, you'll get this. There's no one really here that you could actually work with for heroes unless you were to run, say, I don't know, this guy for some reason, but he is an extreme, right? So hard to say. He's not going to be too bad. On the heroes team, he is going to be giving 40% and 2 key. That's going to be mega, especially with all these EZAs. They're going to be putting up redonkulous numbers. I like this. I wish it was more. Like everyone else is getting like triple digits. This is good. This is like the LR Tapion. I mean, if this works out right, so you'll get. I mean, you could theoretically triple super then. Actually, you could do more. You'd only need to do 3 super attacks, and you'll get up to 30% damage reduction. It's not bad. I suppose if you're doing 2 additional attacks, the chances of one of them becoming a super attack has got to be on your side, right? So you'll have 10% from supering. You'll do additional. You'll likely get 20% with the extra defense. He's giving a great support. It's not too bad. He has Cold Judgment, which is what we've seen now across quite a lot of the crossover units. Solid Support, Metamorphosis, Shattering the Limit, Strongest Clan Space, Brainiacs, and Universe Most Malevolent. Very strong links, right? Outside of Brainiacs, he's going to work well with absolutely every single one of these. He's going to work with a lot of... He's going to work well with like Transforming Frieza. He's going to work well with Janemba. Janemba has Metamorphosis as well. He's sure he's got one of the... he has no key links, it's all attack, but he has Metamorphosis, for example. He will work. He will give 2 key to Janemba as well, so he's not going to struggle too much. So again, yeah, extreme type Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road is where this guy could shine more. I like this guy's build. Now, finally, the other tech unit. There's quite a lot of tech units in this. So, Supreme Opie of Time. Let's see, Super Tech type. So she is 130% for Super Tech type. Exactly the same as what I've just said, except for her. And of course, she's Realm of God support, or maybe she was. What did she do prior to this? Like, she still gives. It's a chance, but you'll probably get it. 12% attack and defense for all allies. You think as well. He had an easy 8. It's reasonable. Seals. You know who else is also on Super Tech Monotype? 7th anniversary units, Goku, Gogeta. Wow, Super Tech is becoming immense. Let's see, you're going to have Master of Magic, Solid Support, More Than Meets the Eye, Godly Power, Telekinesis, Cold Judgment, Shattering the Limit. You'll get these two when it comes to the gods and such like that, especially maybe like God Goku. That could be really good. So she has 120%. She gets 100% and she seals. So she's getting 100% defense and she seals. Prior to this, now so she still did. Now she's getting attack and defense. She's going to hit a little bit harder. Better stats. All allies 3 key, 40%. 40%. What did she do prior? 30%. So you're going to get this, and then there's a 70% chance you're going to get up to 52 attacking percent attack and defense. That's one of the most generous supports that there is. She'll be able to look after herself. As I say, Super Battlefield Super Battle Road and Battlefield are going to be really, really good there. 130% to Heroes is also still runnable. He is actually also Heroes as well. All right, so there's some pretty good ones in there. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Realm of Gods would be good. Time Travelers, Defender of Justice, Crossover, and Dragon Ball Heroes. Yeah, not really Patara. You'd only be using her in Patara purely for the support. All right. A nice heal at the end as well. She's a floater, so that's really where you'd have her in. You wouldn't stick her around as some difficult content. Yeah, not too bad. These are overall quite good. If I had to choose my favorite, it's probably Sealas. so he guaranteed crits. You have the additionals built in. He still raises defense. He's got up to 270% to stats, and he's going to build that pretty quick. This will only be one turn, right? Yeah, basically, you're only going to have one turn. The fact that so he raises defense. It's all good. This guy's pretty decent. He reduces damage. He buffs superclass allies. You know, he's gonna have a ridiculous amount. He's gonna have 130 plus 180. That's 210%. You know, 310%. Beg my pardon. It's gonna be absolutely mental. I know he's getting this, but then he has this. This guy is good, no doubt. Honestly, Sealas is the first. Probably this guy, but I'd like to see how he really stacks. This is a great support for all allies. This is not bad. So realistically, as I say, the caveat with using all these people is you got to run them on heroes, right? Supreme Kai of Time is pretty good. Generous support, probably one of the best floaters. But the leader skill, so handy for a lot of players. That's going to be really useful. Again, all of these awaken from the Easy A, where you do 8 in 1. Currently out today. Right, that's it for this one. The next video will be the next 4. That's where you've got the real big hitters. Right, okay, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time.